Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews already. I know I posted a video review last night, and it's another weeknight, but it's Friday, so it's not really a weeknight. Anyways, this beer was a gift from a friend of a friend. Her name's Carrie, and her friend, our mutual friend, is named Josh. He's in the Albany Brewcrafters Homebrew Club. In fact, I've reviewed some of his homebrews here, well, not here, on the Albany Brewcrafters YouTube channel. Anyways, she contacted me a long time ago about trying to get me this beer. This is Highland Brewing Company out of Asheville, North Carolina. Their 20th anniversary Scotch Ale. Beautiful ruby red, especially around the edges here. I mean, you can sort of see it. Like, it's basically the same color as my hat. A little bit brighter, though. It had about a 2.5 finger head when I poured it. You know, kind of off-white, kind of frothiness, foamy. Lots of dark fruit in there. Lots of malt, like no hop presence whatsoever. I forgot to mention that this bottle is about 1.5 years old. It says filled March 28th, 2014. So it's what, like 19 months old or so. Hopefully it's held up well, but who knows. Anyways, let's dig in here. Cheers. Yeah, it's definitely held up well. Wow, that's really tasty. It even tastes more fruity in the mouth than it did in the nose. Like, I mean, the nose is like, you know, pretty fruity, and like I've smelled Scotch ales that are better smelling than this. Like Founder's Dirty Bastard. That's a good smelling one. I think this might actually be superior in the taste department. Slight bit of smoke up front, slight kind of dry. You know, the whole first half, like, not a whole lot's going on, but then once you get to the second half, I just get like tons and tons of fruit, like very dark cherry, plum, fig, raisin, almost like cherry puree. Kind of get a little bit of a smoke. A little bit of smoke character on the finish, like right as, you know, all the beer leaves. It's just the aftertaste there. I know it's nice. It's I mean, the Scotch ales are, what's interesting about them is like they're very similar to like a Belgian Abbey ale, like any kind of double, maybe not quite a quad, but as far as flavor goes, it's just that it's not Belgian yeast esters that are creating those flavors. I mean, as far, like, if you're making a list of the flavors you get, you know, cherry, fig, raisin, plum, dates, you know, things like that. They would be like a Venn diagram. Like, those are the flavors in a cross section of Scotch Ale and Belgian double. Anyways, I am rambling, so I'm just going to take a break, and we'll come back with my final thoughts. Cheers.
Hey craft beer drinkers, have we got a book for you? The Handbook of Porters and Stouts. This book documents the greatest examples of dark beer available on the market today. From old world traditional brews to American craft breweries pushing the boundaries of what dark beer can be. You'll learn about the origins of the styles as well as the brewers behind the beer. Available in bookstores November 11th or pre-order from Amazon at a discounted rate today. Come to the dark side with the Handbook of Porters and Stouts by Josh Christie and 𝐔𝐻𝐿𝐿.
Alright, I am back with the Highland Brewing 20th Anniversary Scotch Ale. Let's rate this on Rate Beer. Oh, before we do that, I just wanted to show you something about the appearance here. I mean, first you can see getting some decent lacing there. And also, I should have thought of this years ago. I could use my phone to show you the color here. Yeah, you can see the red now. Wow. And that's like a beautiful color, and it is quite clear. And I get the BJCP specs here, and it actually says it should be clear. Light copper to dark brown color, often with a deep ruby highlights. Yeah, so on appearance, it'd probably be a 3 out of 3. For Rate Beer, I think I'd probably go 4 out of 5. And I'd probably be tempted to do a 5. There's like a little bit more lacing, but yeah, so I'm getting ahead of myself. For aroma, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. I think maybe it might have faded a little over the years. I mean, you can't smell any alcohol, which is nice. Although the malt is there, it's nice. It's got like fruity. It's, you know, it's really pleasant smelling, but it's not like amazing smelling. And like 8 is usually my between 8 and 9 is the difference between really nice and amazing. So we'll go 8 out of 10 aroma. Appearance 4 out of 5. Beautiful color, nice head, nice lacing. Not tons of foam and froth, but you know it's there. It's good. For taste, again, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. I bet you when this beer was fresh off the bottling line, I bet you it was amazing. Although it might have been boozy at the time. That's one thing I will say for this beer is, you know, it's 8% ABV. Not a trace of alcohol in here at all. Like it kind of drinks like, I mean, it definitely drinks like a pretty strong beer, like a 6.5%, 7%. You know, just some kind of stronger beer like that. But I mean, when you get to 8, I think 8 is kind of the dividing line again between like a strong beer and like a really strong beer. Yeah, so I mean it tastes good, but it's not like amazing. So 8 out of 10 on taste. That's probably the longest it ever took me to describe a taste. Palate, I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. I actually was kind of hoping this would be thick and chewy and sticky, but it's like a little thin. Although at the same time, like there's, like I said before, no alcohol warmth, so it's really smooth. It just kind of seems like a little thinner than I was expecting, which makes it a little underwhelming. Although I will say I'm not going to have any problem drinking this entire bottle by myself. I wouldn't even want to share this with somebody. Some beer, some bottles I get in 22s and even certain 8% beers, it's like so huge that it's like I just get wasted off of them. But this one is like, I can handle this by myself standing up. So 4 out of 5 on palate. Overall, I'm going to go 16 out of 20. I think it's definitely approaching the kind of top tier beer, but not quite there. Maybe when it was fresh, but that's a total score of 4 out of 5 on Rate Beer scale, which is an 8 out of 10 on my scale. It's a very high 8, approaching a 9. Can't quite give it a 9, but for what it is, it's still really good. So there you go, 8 out of 10 for Highland Brewing Company's 20th Anniversary Scotch Ale. Thanks again to Carrie and Josh who hooked me up with this bottle. Really appreciate it. So hope you like this video review of it, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.